In the early morning of April 27, 2002, in Liaoyang City, Liaoning Province, K106 freight train was traveling at a speed of 70 km per hour. It was traveling on the special coal mine line of Shenda Railway. The train was formed with 26 heavy carriages. Carrying out the freight task of transporting coal and ore, Shenda Railway is referred to as Shenda County, north to Shenyang, the capital of Liaoning Province, south to Dalian, a famous seaside city in northeast China, completed and opened to traffic in 1903. The total length of the line is 399.3 kilometers. Electrification completed in December 2001. The train will soon pass Zhangtaizi Station, located in Liaoning Province. Zhangtaizi Town, Lanta City, Liaoning Province. According to the operation plan, Situation 106 train will stop temporarily at Zhangtaizi Station at 0 to 40 a.m. The purpose is to avoid the opposite approaching train K643. Train K643 is a passenger train from Dalian to Dandong. From Dalian to Dandong. Before entering the station, the driver of train 106 contacted Zhangtaizi station duty officer. The duty officer gave the order. The driver of train number 106 stopped at Zhangtaizi Station in lane 8. The driver said he received the instruction and sent it accurately. After the call ended, the driver then reduced the speed to 45 km/h over the station. Then he sat quietly in the cab waiting for the train to enter the station. At this time a strong sleepy feeling rushed into the driver's mind. Not long after that, the two drivers of the 106th train actually fell asleep in the cab and sleep very well. Climbing in the driver's cab rhythmically together clothes. Then why would two drivers at the same time in the cab fell asleep? The original. In the first day of the incident, a friend of the first driver had a birthday. It so happened that his friend, the deputy driver, also knew. So he invited them both to have a drink tonight. So this happy and drank a little more. After 3 rounds of drinking, with the effect of alcohol, several people's momentum is getting higher and higher. Feel not happy. The 3 of them went to KTV again and had a happy time, completely left the next day's task to the back of the mind. Only after 4 a.m. did they go home to rest, that is to say, the first and second drivers in the first part of the mission. 2 people only rested less than 3 hours. In such a state to make the mission, it is strange not to doze off. Seeing that the train is about to enter the station, the 2 drivers were still sleeping in the cab. Danger is coming. At 0:30 a.m., the Mine 106 wagon was about to arrive at Zhangtaizi Station. When passing the incoming signal machine, the incoming signal shows 2 yellow signals indicating slowdown signal. However, at this time the cab was snoring loudly. No one would have noticed the lights on the signals. The 2 drivers of the Mine 106 wagon were in the cab, sleeping heavily. Does not mean that everyone is blind. At this time, Zhangtaizi duty officer found the 106th freight train had no sign of slowing down. It was coming towards Zhangtaizi. The duty officer rushed to call the 106th by radio. Lorry driver. Unfortunately, there was no reply. At the same time, assistant watchman desperately waved the red flag in his hand to indicate a reduction in the number of. But at this time the driver was talking about life with the god of the week. He didn't care about the red flag in the assistant watchman's hand. The duty officer realized that if he did not take decisive measures, the 106th train would break out of Zhangtaizi Station and the K6 train, which was about to pass through Zhangtaizi Station on the main line. 3 trains occurred head-on impulse. The consequences would be unthinkable. In the nick of time, Zhangtaizi duty officer took decisive measures, hastily changed the turnout. Turn 8 outbound turnouts to move out. At the same time, the radio call, K643 passenger train driver who is about to enter the station. Attention, 0:41. The safety siding at Zhangtaizi Station is introduced. Mine 106 train with a speed of 45 km per hour. Broke through the safety sidings car stall and buffer stall. It stopped only when it reached the crop field outside the down. The driver and co-driver were awakened by the huge impact. The accident caused the Mine 106 train machine to move back to 4 positions. The vehicle derailed and overturned, where the derailed carriage intruded into the downstream line of Shenda Railway. Due to the darkness of the night, Zhangtaizi Station did not find in time. The derailed vehicle intruded into the down line of Shenda Railway. Duty officer thought the crisis had been lifted. Dangerous. After confirming the state of mine 106, then notify K63 train driver according to the original plan to cross the station at normal speed. A few minutes later the K643 train approached Zhangtaizi station after passing the incoming signal on the downstream line. The driver of train K643 reduced the speed of the train to 45 km/h across the station, not even noticing the impending danger. 0:48 when passenger train K643 entered Zhangtaizi station. Zhangtaizi station duty officer only found the mine 106 train overturned carriage had affected the operation of the downstream line. The station attendant hurriedly stood on the platform, desperately waved the red signal to the driver of train K643. Waved a red flag signaling a stop, but because it was late at night, it was too late to see. The driver of the K643 train could not see the red flag, waving the red flag in his hand. Until the driver noticed a wagon car lying on the tracks in front of him. Only then did the driver feel that something was wrong. The deputy driver in charge of the lookout screamed, "Stop, emergency, stop." The driver was also in a cold sweat, quickly put down the emergency brake. But such a short distance, it is impossible to stop the train. 0:49 with a loud bang, K643 train at a speed of 40 km/h. Crashed into the carriage of mine 106 wagon invading the down line. The huge impact force derailed the K643 train's 1 to 7 cars. According to the statistics after the incident, the accident caused a total of 17 people with different degrees of injury. 3 passenger cars were scrapped, 4 wagons were scrapped, and 3 wagons were scrapped. 1 Big breakage interrupting the Shenda Railroad traffic for 8 hours. Constitute a ride railroad traffic. Larger accidents. Accident cause the government driver of the situation 106 train in the traffic. Direct ride, sleep negligence and carelessness, distracted thinking. Direct ride before not properly rested but also drink and sing all night. Violated the railroad locomotive operation and technical management and other relevant regulations. Fatigue driving during the journey. Did not look out carefully to brake and slow down in time. Situation 106 train. The government driver was mainly responsible for the accident. Both were sentenced to administrative dismissal. In addition, the investigation team also believes another important cause of this accident is there were irregularities in the operation of dispatching at Zhangtaizi station when it was discovered that the mine 106 train did not slow down. The 8 outbound turnouts where the train was located were turned to move out of the line after the emergency disposal. Did not confirm in time the status of mine train 106 after it ran out of the safety line. If Zhangtaizi station had handled the situation correctly and notified the station in time, the collision could have been avoided.